Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and happy birthday. Here we are with day 10, round 4 of March Crackness.
It's hard to believe we are here.
It is hard boiled. As always, I'm Dallas Green Eggs and Hamaway.
And I'm Matt Dinsky.
Yes, you are.
Dallas round 4 should prove to be exciting. We're down to the Elite 8 now. Elite 8. I just learned what this means.
That means there's only 8 competitors
There's only 8,
left.
and they're elite, man. They've
Well,
made it
apparently.
this far. Before we get into any of the action, talking to matchups, why don't we go ahead and check out some of these players' stats?
Let's do it.
Some interesting numbers there.
They were numbers.
Thank you, Nathan, for the stats.
He's always on top of it. All right, in the first matchup of the day, we've got Egg Maker. Remember in the last round, taking down our number 1 overall seed, going against YOLKI Bear, who is our 15 seed, definitely in the Cinderella story.
Cinderella story. I can't wait. I'm rooting for him.
Yeah, I'm not even quite sure exactly everything that you said there. It's going to be a very interesting matchup, especially when you add in the stats that we just looked at, and those were incredible stats. So who knows who's going to win? You have a pick in this one, Matt?
Yeah, I'm going with YOLKI. He's won my heart.
Yeah,
well, he's won my heart. He's the underdog, or under bear in this case.
Well, yes, hey boo boo, indeed. Let's go ahead and get straight into that match and see how it turns out. Here we go with our first big match of the Elite 8. Egg Maker versus the Cinderella story, YOLKI Bear.
Will his story come to an end in this matchup? Or will the Egg Maker finally be beaten? There's the hit.
And YOLKI the Cinderella is knocked out.
Hey everyone, Brent Leg Michelle here, catching up with YOLKI Bear after his loss against Egg Maker. Now, YOLKI, how do you feel about that loss?
Pretty upset about it, Brentley, but as a bear, I'm just trying to be positive and smarter than the average egg out here, but it's a tough one.
Your positivity is definitely inspiring. Now, before we say goodbye, we do want to just kind of go over your road to this point. Now, in the first round, you were a 15 seed and defeat Dora the Eggsplorer at a 2 seed. How did you feel about that upset?
I mean, how can you feel other than excited and elated? Boo-boo, I was telling him it's so good to be in this tournament.
We love that. Now, the next match, you actually beat me, but
I'm sorry about that, Brindley. My condolences.
I appreciate it, but it was great to watch your story. Now, in your last match before your loss, you did defeat Jennifer Lopez. Now, how did you feel about that match and going into the match with Egg Maker?
I mean, she's a celebrity, woohoo, and I didn't know if I could do it, but when I pulled through, I really thought I could see the finish line.
We loved it. It was definitely great watching your Cinderella story. Now, thank you, and we hope to see you back next year.
Thank you, Brindley. Boo-boo.
Wow, what a kind egg.
An example to all of us.
That's right. Here we are back at the halftime show, and yes, indeed, the last possible Cinderella story is out. I mean, that is the lowest seed that we had left, and YOLKI has lost to Egg Maker. Big congratulations to Egg Maker, as they are moving on to round 5, to the final 4 in the March Crackness tournament. Are you okay, man?
I'm just thinking about YOLKI, man.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to talk about it right now.
Thank you.
Looking ahead in the next half of the day, we do have the matchup between Samurai Crack and Dallas. They are both fighting, trying to make it to the Final Four to face Egg
we know
Maker.
who you're rooting for in this. I mean, I can't blame you. And you know I'm rooting for Samurai, so we'll see who prevails. Before we get to that, though, let's get a nice, tasty word from our sponsors, Chick-fil-A.
Howdy, y'all. As a farmer, I love being outdoors, just enjoying God's creation. You know what else I enjoy? A bag of vegetables. The nice folks down at the chicken house let me stock full of it, and they just said, it's my pleasure. Thank you, chicken house people. You changed my life.
And we're back with the second half of action here in the first day of the Elite Eight. We've got Dallas taking on Samurai Crack.
Elite matchup here. East versus West. Oh, quite the showdown, quite the face-off going on.
Well, Dallas is trying to intimidate him with that speckled beard.
Okay, here we go. Eye to eye. Oh, the ref went down as well. There's the slam, and Samurai Crack is out.
Can't say I'm disappointed. Wow, we are really narrowing it down here. Grab your bracket, tally up your points, because we've got some eggs moving to the final four here. First, we're going to have Egg Maker, and he's going to be facing off with Dallas.
Welcome back after an exciting finale to the first half of our round fours. My personal favorite, Samurai Crack defeated by none other than Dallas Green Eggs and Hamaway.
Well, it's not me. It's an egg that, curiously enough, looks like me, but I will say I was rooting for the little guy. He must have been training, must have put some extra hours in that boiling water.
That is one hard shell. I mean, that guy just pummeled Samurai Crack on that round.
It would be something to see him win, I will say that.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what happens. He has made it to the final four where he will face Egg Maker. Tomorrow, we're going to see our final remaining Elite Eight matchups.
That's right.
See who makes it out of there and continues their journey in this tournament, but you're going to have to wait for them.
That's right. So make sure you tune back in tomorrow.
Yeah, because we always say 12 eggs makes a dozen.
And 13 makes the baker.